Hey everybody, let's drop that beat on episode 102 of the Seller Club podcast.
Let's go. Seller Club, we ride. Level up every day, eyes on the prize. Flip game strong, moves on lock. Hustle in the veins, we don't never stop. Hands up, we grinding, feel that beat. From the source to the ship, repeat, repeat. Rip teams to the door, package on the floor. Open up the hustle, we're built to score. Seller Club.
Hey guys,
Hello.
we're back for more.
We are. And we are ready for Halloween. Wait, when is this coming out? Maybe we shouldn't have said
After
that.
Halloween.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, everybody.
This is Halloween. This is our Halloween episode. So scary.
There's some
So-
scary stuff going on.
There's some scary,
There is.
scary news.
Well, I think we should just hit it head on. And I don't know who can articulate it better. Definitely not me, because I'm harsh. Between Glenn and Anna, you guys probably could present this better.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Glenn,
Anna's the smartest one here.
no, Glenn, give your take. Give your YouTuber's take. Let's go.
Oh man, YouTubers takes. We're
Yeah,
going
like
straight
clickbait people to this. Let's go.
We're going straight into promoted listings, the news that have just reached everybody, the interwebs, and there's a lot of mixed results. There's a lot of people talking right now on what's going to happen January 13th, the day before my birthday, aka the day my second child is due.
Stop, this is a big day for you.
This is
Oh,
a very
wow.
huge day.
It's Glenn's birthday. It's the birth of his second child. And he's like, but this ads thing is about to kick in.
But the
Wow.
Catch him in
promoted
January.
listings.
Golly, like a three-peat, like a day or something like that, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hold on, baby. Promoted listings right now. You cannot come out yet.
Okay.
Okay,
There's a
well,
lot going on.
I vaguely knew when your birthday was, but both of those things in specifics were like, that's news to me. So it's really funny that all of this is happening at once. You're going to have such an interesting January, Glenn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So,
All right. So starting January 13th, 2026, we're upgrading the priority strategy experience.
okay.
Me and Kenny we like to read the news first, and then
I
we
like
go
that
into-
language. They're
Okay.
upgrading the experience. So this sounds very positive.
all right, do it.
Yes. So
the title.
campaigns using a priority strategy for listed items on eBay.com and eBay.ca will get exclusive access to first ad slot at the top of the eBay search results. This means that only priority listings will be eligible to show up top, most visible position. With more visibility, your item should have a better chance of selling.
So super good news for those using a priority strategy.
AKA
what-
pay-per-click.
Pay-per-click strategy.
Right.
Yes, but not so good news for those of us using a general strategy.
Yeah, so
because that means we have no
so-
shot at that spot.
yeah, and actually, because when I read this email, I was just, I don't know what time they sent this. Yeah, 9:22 a.m. And this was when I screenshotted this. This is when I was like, kind of just like waking up. This was a late day for us, and when I was looking at it, I was like, that sucks. That was my knee-jerk reaction about
And you-
losing that top spot.
But then
Like-
you kept reading.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
In all honestly, though, the second one didn't bother me. I don't know why.
Really?
It didn't bother me. I'm gonna go deeper into it because of how the way I price things.
Yeah.
The first one is like the only reason why I'm doing promoted general, right? Like the pay only when you sell, is because there have been chances. Because our goal is to be on the first page. Like I just want to be on the first
Regardless.
page, regardless,
Yeah.
right? Like how can I be in the first page? No, that top spot I think is valuable. Even as a buyer on eBay, that's kind of like where I start, right? Like when I'm looking for something and I see it, it's usually the person that has the better photo, the competitive pricing. Might not be the lowest, but it's definitely competitive. It's not
Yeah.
the highest person.
It's like in the range. the
Yeah, so
competitive range.
I mean it definitely deserves the best match kind of like ranking. Now losing that, my reaction was like, I'm still not paying pay-per-click. Because I've tried it and I've lost money and didn't sell anything. So, because somebody could be looking up comps and just keep clicking on your listings.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, you
And
know,
you're
as
paying,
soon as,
you're
soon as
paying
they
your competitors.
golly, as soon as they see Hustlebeast listening, they'd be like, "Oh, Hustlebeast, click, 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 click." So that was my initial reaction on that. What's you guys' take on that first part?
They just run automatic tools to just
But yeah, just
Yeah.
click. That's why I haven't said it openly out loud that, hey guys, I'm testing this promoted listings priority. And, like they can
You don't
just
want
go into
to.
my store. and
You don't
like,
want to lure the trolls out of the woodwork to just
Yeah.
run up your bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really used the pay per click. I think I've also tried it when there was like free credits
Yeah,
to like
promotion,
try it or
yeah.
whatever.
Me
Yeah.
too. I agree.
And interesting. I always want to try new features and stuff, but yeah, that's not my general. That's not. I shouldn't say it that way. That's not my strategy overall for my
Right.
my ads for my listings. But I wasn't super worried about that part either, just because I never tried to get in the tip top spot. I think about, and I know we're not all our own target audience, target market, but I think about myself as a buyer and like how far down the first page am I willing to look for the right thing? And if it's still on the first page, I feel like that's fine. Like,
Right.
and I mean, frankly, I don't even check to see, did my listing show up on the first page? Like, I'm just trusting that it's showing up. I'm not even like doing any recon on that. So maybe I'm a fool for that and many other reasons, but I think I'm not super concerned about a specific spot. It's more like the general location, right? Like location certainly matters, but for me
So-
personally, I'm not worried.
Yeah, the pay-per-click one, I'm the same thing with that. And I've only tried it like the same thing when there's just some little promotion or something, but I've never really gone all in and really, really tested that out, I just already thought it was, I just don't like that idea, I guess.
Yeah, you don't- yeah.
I don't like the idea of it in general, so I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
let me try some other things,
It's very like markety.
Yeah.
Well, and I've always just thought, okay, this is like kind of a less of a mom and pop strategy where, okay, you have extremely deep quantity on something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just don't, in my opinion, I don't have the kind of
Or-
inventory or the kind of listings or the kind of business model that really, I don't need it.
or if you're having your strategy is kind of like a corporation style, like, okay, we'll set aside this much for our ad budget.
Right.
Like, I don't have that. Like, I don't run it like that, right?
Right.
Because obviously, if you have a ad budget or a marketing department, right, then, okay, this is how much you're going to get out of our last year's revenue, right? Like, okay, we made 100,000 last year. You get 10% that you could get to spend and play around with this year. So
Yeah.
do as you may. So then you could do pay-per-click, you could do influencer marketing. So that's the way how I see the priority, which is also the pay-per-click.
Yeah.
But for me, as like you said, like a small business, it seems like I'm always looking at like, man, somebody could easily take advantage of this and hurt me.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not converting, right? Like
They
if
can
it's
hijack it,
because if
yeah.
it's converting, yes, great. But at the end of the day, the highest possibilities could be just breaking even.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of like how I look at like buying AdWords, using Google Ads, kind of like ranking, being there. There's other people that buy their competition's name.
Yeah.
And then when they say like Nike, Adidas pops up on the very top first, that's them paying for that Nike word. And that's just, I feel like it's just kind of like a troll move or something like that.
Yeah, it
But
kinda feels that way.
so that's kind of like how I feel about it. Goodbye to the prime spot. I guess I'll take number 2.
Man, first you had to kiss your 100% feedback goodbye.
Yeah,
You had to
now
kiss your-
now I'm number 2.
It's
Now
wearing you down.
now I'm just gonna have to beat them with my better photos.
That's right. You're
Yeah,
gonna
so-
take it personal.
Yeah. I'm just my priority. My first primary photo would be, don't buy from this guy up top. Like a pointing
Hilarious.
arrow, buy here,
Yeah.
not up there, because I'll give you a
That
better deal.
one's a ripoff. Yeah. your finger pointing up.
Or I could be like, click that listing 5 times and I'll give you 10% off.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of trolls, oh my gosh. You're like a
Yes,
troll
I have
factory.
ideas. That's what I'm saying. You guys are lucky that I'm on this side.
That's hilarious. You could use your powers for evil very easily, Ken.
Yes.
I'm aware. That's hilarious. Okay, well, unfortunately, there's a lot more news.
Yeah, there's a
that is
lot
rolling
more
out.
news.
Okay.
Let's go to the next section.
Glenn, go
Okay.
ahead, Glenn. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought Anna's gonna take the second part. No, well,
Oh,
this
am
is just
I?
the top part.
Anna, take it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't have the actual email in front of me. Let me pull
Okay,
it.
you want me to read it?
Yeah, you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, read
Okay.
like the next chunk.
Okay, the next chunk is updated attribution for general campaigns. So this is
Yes.
speaking to us.
This
what we
is,
like.
I feel, the part that everyone is
Yep.
freaking out about.
I-
And
I-
honestly, it's understandable. So let's
Okay,
get into
and
it.
it says starting January 13, 2026, items listed and promoted with general strategy will use the following attribution
So not
definition.
pay per click. This
Yep.
is just setting
So
a
if-
percentage, and
Yep.
you pay the ad fee when something sells.
Right.
But yeah, the attribution definition is what's changing.
Right. So an attribution sale will be when any buyer purchases the promoted item within 30 days of any click on the ad. The item must be promoted at the time of click and at the time of sale. The seller will be charged the ad rate at the time of sale. And again, they made it kind of like sandwich method and said, you still only pay when your item sells. Obviously.
Right.
You
Because
know?
this is not pay per click.
Yes. So
Right. And if your
so-
ad rate changes from the time it is clicked to the time that it sells, it's the rate at the time of the sale, not the rate at the time of the click.
Yeah. Which I don't really change my rate that much.
Yeah,
that
me
often.
neither.
So I think the pain point is that any buyer purchases the promoted item within 30 days of any click on the ad.
Not their own, per
Not
se.
their right. So
Anyone on the planet could have clicked on the ad, and if anyone else on the planet or the
So-
clicker buys it, you pay the ad fee.
if you troll me, I'm just gonna troll you and click on all your listings.
Click every promoted listing, and then if anyone at all buys that listing within 30 days,
You paying.
yep, you're paying the fee. The idea of that. So this is the new Halo policy is like if you put up a billboard, right? Like a physical billboard in real life, put up a billboard that featured a sweater and somebody drove by that billboard and they saw the billboard, like they noticed it, which that's like a click.
That's an
right?
impression. That's an impression.
Right. Well, you can't click a billboard. So don't ruin my analogy.
Okay.
So it's a click in my analogy. Anyway, someone drives by, they see it. Wow, that's a nice sweater, right? Let's say in their heart, they put it on their watch list in their heart. But anyway, somebody entirely unrelated to that person who drove by, who has never seen the billboard, maybe doesn't know the billboard even exists, walks into your store and happens to purchase the sweater that other person saw on the billboard, and I'm getting charged a fee for having it on the billboard. So that
Right.
is what I think people are so upset about, where it's like, but the person who bought it was
Didn't
not
see the
directly
billboard.
influenced by the ad. It's
Yeah.
not a direct attribution. It's a halo attribution.
But if I saw the billboard, I could be like, "Oh, that's cool. Anna would like that. Hey, Anna."
Right. But we have
This-
no record of
we
that.
cannot. There's no right.
Right.
But
Right.
it's not one or the other because
Right.
it could be both.
It
right?
could be.
It could be a recommendation.
But
still.
whether or not any connection, between those people was there, that you still get charged a fee regardless.
Right.
Just because that item was promoted and at some time somebody was
clicked on
interested
it.
in it enough to click
Yeah.
on it. Right.
Yep.
So it was really just happenstance, maybe, perhaps, right?
Right.
But my question is, in organic, like listing algorithm mechanics, right? If a listing is getting like traffic and views and like has momentum, does that not like organically kind of quote unquote promote that
boost it, right,
listing,
boost
boost
it,
the
right.
visibility? So maybe possibly that click of the unrelated person who's unrelated to the buyer maybe their click somehow boosted organically that
Help.
other person's,
Yeah, like
you know,
help,
visibility.
like help that listing be more visible to others.
Right. But that is not what this policy states. And that's
Yeah.
really like making a huge leap to say, like, to basically, you have to make a leap to believe that you're definitely for sure getting value out of that click. You know, like,
Yeah, but
because in real life, if you think about my example, somebody driving by and looking at the billboard and not communicating to anybody else about it had no bearing whatsoever on the person who
on
walked
that
into the
sale.
store and
Yeah,
bought
yeah,
the
yeah,
sweater.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Got it. Yeah.
So that I think is troublesome, but also honestly, you guys, people are so worked up about this, understandably because of how it was communicated. And I hate to say that, but I feel like the rollout of news like this is always challenging, and sellers who are like, you know, loyal to eBay and want to believe like, oh, eBay like cares about us and listens to our feedback. Like obviously they do. But then when something like this happens, it kind of flies in the face of that because it's like, wow, really? Nobody, like, we just got an email about this and
Right. It felt
Like-
like it felt
it
like
felt like blindsided a little bit.
they could have addressed it and took it head on,
Yeah.
right? And still had more time to be able to tell the why,
Right.
and
There really wasn't
explain and
very much of
clarified
that.
it, right? Because
Yeah.
I've seen some other takes that are just like, no, bro, you read that wrong. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it could be the interpretation of it could be, different. But I think, if they did like let's just say even a breakout, right? A breakout session, and then they recorded that breakout, then everybody could refer to that video that, hey, this is straight from eBay, and this is why eBay's doing it. Because now everybody mad is
Yeah.
assuming that, oh, this is just a cash grab, right? Well, yeah, I mean, everything I do in my business is a cash grab. Do you not know that? Do you not know that? eBay is a business. They gotta make a cash grab.
But
one
like,
another.
right, but there's a difference between trying to get cash for providing some kind of value and just try, like, the cash grab implication is you're
Yeah.
just gonna take more of our money automatically without adding more value, right? And I
True,
think that's
true.
what people are worried about. I'm not 100% sure that that's true, but I do think that the way it was announced or not announced, or like
That's
rolled
what
out
it-
or not
what
rolled
it
out,
look like.
did a disservice to that if in fact it is still adding value and taking more of our money and fees.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if you guys want to get into this yet, but I was just about to say, like, I am personally not completely deterred from using ads even in spite of this announcement, because I think for my strategy, like, I have already built in, like, I only use a general strategy and I have every item in my store in my campaign. Usually, like, occasionally I will leave like one or two things out, but it's like, if they're like, you know, a $2,000 thing or something, I might leave it
yeah.
out if my percentage is high. But A, I promote with low percentages, and B, everything's included in that campaign because I'm like, if every single one of these sells with an ad, great, it sells. I have built that into my profit margin and I'm okay with it. I understand though that, like, on principle, having to pay a fee on something that you didn't, some value you didn't receive, like extra visibility is what you're paying for. So I understand that people don't want to obviously pay fees on something they feel like they didn't receive. But
Which-
that's why I don't know that it would functionally change a whole lot about how I
Right.
would do my strategy, other than maybe I would reduce my percentage even more if I felt like, okay, yeah, I can really tell the difference. I'm bleeding more money every month because almost all of my listings are selling and getting a fee attributed to them, right? So if I start noticing that, that's probably what I would do. But how are you guys going to handle this? Because it's
Yeah.
coming into, into play here in the middle of January. And Glenn,
Q5.
frankly, you're going to be way too busy with other important things in your life at that time. So you
Yeah.
better get your plan together right now. So what are we doing?
Yeah, Glenn, what's your take on this? What's your reaction on all this?
So
On the second part.
I mean, Ken made a good point that I mean, where else are you gonna get access to 134 million buyers?
100%. I still feel like that's a Period.
Yeah,
right
that's what
there.
that's what I
Yeah.
said when I was like, really, like, okay, yell, scream, but tell me the alternative.
Right.
Like,
Which, you know, I think on principle, if some people are upset enough about it that they're like,
You
I
can't
feel like you're
leave.
doing me dirty,
yeah, you
then
can't. Like,
then you
there's-
can't. Like, there's
like I
other
tell-
platforms.
Like I tell everybody,
yeah.
unless you sign an exclusive contract to only sell on eBay, yeah, you can walk whenever you want to.
Yeah. But I do feel like it's
That's
also
just-
our responsibility and maybe just our prerogative as sellers to be like, hey, eBay, like, this did not go over well, and or you should explain
100%.
why you're doing this, and or, you know, how is this in all of our best interest? Because we all love a win-win. So anytime it doesn't feel like a win-win, it's a problem, right? We've all put our trust in the win-win partnership of sellers and eBay. So I think that's why stuff like this hurts so much. And people get so upset about it because they're like, well, hold on. I thought we were the win-win dream team
Right.
here. And then for better or worse, true or false, like this feels less like an equal win, right?
Do you guys
What's-
have any idea of what first party advertising revenue in Q3 of 2025 was?
But, oh well, they just announced
Just a
it.
number. Yeah.
I would say it was 100 mil.
And Anna, any guess? This
No.
is first party advertising revenue delivered in Q3 of this year, 2025.
Yeah. They just announced their Q3 earnings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess high because I feel like that would definitely be throwing gasoline on the fire. at this-
Okay, go ahead. I don't know.
But I
guess.
don't know. I don't know what's high. Is 100 million high?
I
That-
don't
that
know.
was my
Let's see what
guess.
Anna's guess.
Well-
Okay, Ken
well,
says
they-
100 million.
They did 20 billion in GMV in
Clint.
in
Ken.
Q3.
Plug your ears, Glenn. Tell me what's the ballpark here. I don't know. I have no idea.
You just throw out a number.
Throw out a number.
Any number? Okay,
Yeah.
$7.
No. $7. Okay, so the first party ads revenue 496 million.
Oh wow!
Like, oh, wow.
That's more than
That's
7.
almost 5 times the amount of Ken guessed.
Yeah, I know. That's
And he never like settles, you know. So that
yeah.
was,
I'm always shooting
Honestly.
high. I'm
Right.
like, golly, that's a lot of money.
So
Do
my
you-
take is, I
you
just
know if-
like. Oh, go
is that
ahead.
an? I'm sorry. Just with that, I'm curious if that is a huge like increase or if it has a comparison to previous.
Well, we'd have to go back and see
Okay.
some of the other.
but it's still a
earnings, but-
freaking huge number.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely a huge
Yeah,
number
I mean,
there.
think about it. If there was no promoted listings, there wouldn't be
Yeah.
500 million.
Yeah,
Right.
500 million is crazy. Oh man, it's a tough call because, like Anna said, we love eBay, we trust eBay, and then now we're getting this kind of thrown on. You know, they're not going to announce this at eBay Open and give us a huge presentation. Even though that would have been. I mean, you might as well
Not-
break up with us in person than or over text.
Yeah, it was through.
You don't have to
text.
text me.
Wow.
Yeah, just tell me in my face. You know what's going to
Glenn-
happen next.
It's not them. It's you.
It's yeah, the good old George Costanza. So I think, oh man, obviously the first response from a lot of sellers where they had said we're going to not promote anymore. Us sellers have to come together and revolt against eBay, and we're just not gonna promote. And if none of us promote, they don't make their 496 million in Q3
Yeah.
going into Q4 and into 2026 and so on. That's good luck trying to get every single seller to
Yeah.
agree to that. Whether
But I mean, well, and here's the thing too. It's like the makeup of sellers on eBay. Like, yeah, there's a lot of individual like small businesses, but there's a lot of corporate-ish sellers too. They're not gonna stop. Like Ken said, they
There's-
have a marketing budget and they're spending it
Yeah.
all. Like,
There's millions
Yeah.
of sellers, and let's just say on Instagram and Facebook, there's 500,000. We're not gonna make a dent
Yeah.
unless we go out and rally in San Jose. But some of sellers can't even buy the ticket to go there and rally, so we can't do it, right? Like, but we can't stop using a tool. It is a tool at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, it's a tool.
Yeah.
We can't say like, oh, like, you know, the cost of electricity is so high. Everybody, you know, let's stop using AC.
Let's go off the grid.
Yeah, golly, I'll be the one to be using AC. Sorry, like I'll pay. I'll work an extra hour or two to pay for my AC.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2.4 billion listings right now, and so either you're gonna promote yours or you're not, and we don't know what percentage, of course, your listings are out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is like even now when I go through my numbers and I see there's times where something sells and I don't even get the promoted listing charge until like 2 days later. Like some are like instant
Yeah.
with the buy. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, okay, that makes sense. But then there's some where I'm like 2 days, 3 days later, and I'm like, okay, so now we discovered this was a promoted listing.
Delayed processing.
Yeah, a
That-
little
that-
delayed. That feels a
could
little
be-
weird to me too.
That could be an issue too, where now it's more simpler for them to do it. All they gotta do is verify has this been clicked, and if it's been clicked, you're getting charged.
That's where I almost feel like we're almost at, or maybe we're already at that point. I mean, maybe they're saying it starts in January. I kind of feel like we're already there in a way, because I'm like, why is this getting charged way later?
Okay.
And I almost feel like every single thing that I've been selling is almost like an automatic. There's that extra fee that comes with it, and I did start off a little bit higher on like the hats that I started to do
Right.
about a month ago, and then I did I took off like another 1.5% out of that.
Yeah.
And they still been the same more or less. So I'm trying to do more of a quantity game and just
Can you
trying
do
to get
half
more.
percent? I haven't changed my rate in a while.
You can. So you can
Yeah, you
do
can do
like,
point.
Yeah, you can
point
point
to
to
whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm messing around with those numbers.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop promoting whether it's this month or January, but I am gonna be playing with numbers though to see, I think the biggest thing what I think people should look at right now is what are you selling, and how competitive are the items that you are selling. Like if you're just dominating a niche or you're dominating,
Yeah. Then no point of.
yeah,
There's
you're
no
and you're the
reason to
top
promote
dog.
in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, you're I mean, you could just technically just test things and go
I've-
lower and lower.
I've always said
But-
this: if there's only less than 25 items in that same category, or that let's just say a size 9 Jordan 1, if there's less than 25, technically you can hawk and make sure all of your listings that's under 25, because you're gonna be in the first page no matter what.
Yeah.
So, especially like you, Anna, what's your take on this? If a one-off item, would you say that it's a one-off and there's no other competition? Why would you promote it?
Because of simplicity.
Exactly, because then you can just cover spread everything.
Exactly.
And
Otherwise, I would be evaluating 3,500 items
Huh.
to see if they appear on the first page or not.
And-
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And that's what a lot of people are mad, because
Yeah.
they say like, oh, there's stuff that I sell organic and there's stuff that I sell. Really? Show me a report that you track that. Nobody tracks it. I mean, if you have 10 items, yes. If you have over 1,000 items,
Well,
I
and-
don't think anybody is tracking their own sales and listings that like, oh man, I saved 3% on that because it didn't sell through promoted listings.
Right. To me, like, this is really broad strokes, I guess, but I could, like, if I were, and maybe I'll experiment with this in January, I don't know, but with my, like, retail arbitrage stuff that is, like, arguably in general has more competition, right? And it, I have to price more competitively on that stuff. Maybe that I would have a different promoted
Strategy?
rate.
Right.
Yeah. But I still feel like the most complicated I'd be willing to get is to have one strategy or one
Like two
general
two
ad
buckets,
rate
right, yeah.
right for that bucket, and then one probably lower ad rate for the bucket of everything else.
That's what I have used. So I have two buckets right now. Anything under $100, and then the other one is anything over $100 to $300. Because 2% on $100 sub $100 sale. is $2-3. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that, right?
Right.
And then, but I'm not fine with selling a $300 item at 4%.
Right.
You know? So I'm looking at it as a value sense, right? And you could just tier it like that. And is that something that you've thought of, Glenn, or considering doing it that way, or are you just kind of like flat out like I'm just gonna put this percentage aside for that?
Yeah, I think I'm just putting the percentage aside for it, just kind
Right.
of already preparing that it's going to be part of it.
Right.
Unless you do, I'm trying to think of other ways people could try to figure things out. Here's what you got to do, right? Stay quiet on this one. Here's what you got to do. You got to list like very, very similar items, and you tell them in the description, contact me for the best pricing available, right? And then you put together packages, and then you create a new listing, no promotion.
Without promotion.
And you sell them. Hey, click on this listing. You're ready to go. And then there you go. They click on that brand new
But the
one.
problem is the person's gonna be like, "How much discount am I gonna get?" You're getting 1% off
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm not promoting.
Imagine all this work you gotta do.
Yeah, all this work.
I think like the other part of this, I mean, I do think I know sellers have an influence, right? Like our voice does have an influence
100%.
on what eBay does, and I think that there will have to be some kind of a response for all the blowback we've already seen in like literally just one day of this.
Oh yeah, and that doesn't even mean that we're not gonna talk to eBay. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
no.
like, you know, like we are.
Oh
Gonna
no,
talk to eBay.
we're gonna have some words, but like worst case scenario, kind of, if it just goes forward as stated, okay, then that is another selling cost that you just have to like build
Right.
in. And like for me, I don't see it changing other than the on principle, like the way it was rolled
Right.
out stuff. Like for the actual strategy here, I don't see it super changing like how I source or how I list or anything like that, because you have to begin with the end in mind. And it's like when I'm pricing that item, I know how much I paid for it. I know what the category fee is. I know how much shipping is going to cost approximately. And now, if I'm just assuming, which I am anyway, because I have a general ad strategy for everything in my store, I'm assuming I might be paying an additional whatever 3 or 4 or 5% on top of that. Then I already know how that's going to affect my profit margin in the quote unquote worst case scenario of it being sold by
Promote
getting
it.
that extra
Yeah.
visibility, you know? So like I'm still going to, my processes are not going to change. It's just going to be it's going to be really telltale, I think, to see, okay, if at the end of, February and March, is it going to be like, oh, wow, what happened to my ROAS, right? What
Right.
happened to my total ad spend for those months? Is it going to be am I going to feel that difference? And if a whole bunch of sellers boycott this and turn off their ads, is it going to be a great benefit to my store? Like, I don't know if I'll feel any of that either way. Like,
the selfish, evil person
named Ken
in me.
Gaetano.
could be like,
Yeah.
"This sucks. Y'all should turn off promoted listings." And I'm gonna keep mine on, and I'm gonna be the one,
It's like hypocrite B.
right?
Yeah.
Like the hypocrite B would say, like, "Turn everything off. This sucks. Don't use this tool." And I use it, and dude, that's just gonna be a leg up, like
Yeah.
daddy long leg up. Like a
Daddy
Wembenyama.
long- That
like
was a
Victor
Kenism.
Wembenyama long leg up.
Daddy long leg up.
Yeah, so
It is
So-
almost Halloween.
so okay, so listen, I have created and prepped an activity that we all should do. We
Ooh.
all should do right now, right?
Is it a team building exercise?
Yeah, so everybody go to your seller hub.
Okay.
Go to your seller hub. We're gonna, because again, I feel like a lot of people are just emotional about this, and
Yeah.
sad to say, I don't have emotions about this.
Are you sad to say that?
I'm sad to say that. Actually, I'm happy to say that. But for the emotional people, I'm sad to inform you that I'm not emotional about it.
Yeah.
But for the rational people, everybody go to your seller hub, and the emotional people too. Everybody go to your.
I was
seller
going to
hub.
say, let's
Click-
not make the false dichotomy of you can't be rational if you're
Click-
emotional. That's not true.
Okay, click performance,
Okay. Performance
And-
tab.
and then click sales,
Okay.
right?
I'm
And
doing
put
it.
put it on 31 day.
Okay.
Put it on the 31 day, right?
Yep.
And scroll down until you see selling cost.
I don't want to look at this.
Oh, we all have to look
I'm
at this,
just
right?
kidding. I know.
So you're looking at your selling cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you click the eBay fees, that arrow down, and it will show you the breakdown where our fees are,
Right.
right?
Ad fees. Yeah.
Right. So to give you a let's not divulge our selling cost to everybody, not the dollar amount, but I'll tell you my percentage.
Okay.
All right. I'm paying 23% of my selling cost.
Whoa. Just kidding.
All right. So every $100 I sell, I pay eBay $23. And what's included in this selling cost is eBay fees, which is the final value fee. That's one, right? That's the percentage. Ad fees, and then shipping labels.
I thought we were just doing ad fees.
Wait.
No. Those are the three major that composes your whole selling cost.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But wait. Oh, so your percentage of your total sales is what was 23?
Right. On the big
Okay.
number on the upper left.
Uh-huh, I
If
see,
you're
I
looking
see.
at the
Yep.
selling cost, upper left, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? That's the number that I looked at all the time.
Got
And
it.
what's your ASP?
My ASP right now
Mm-hmm.
is 65.
Okay. That
Right.
makes perfect sense to me because my selling costs are much higher, but my shipping costs proportionally are much higher because my ASP is lower.
Yeah, but sometimes if you're charging shipping, it doesn't show here. And this is the shipping that you pay,
Yeah.
right? This is the shipping that you pay. If the customer pays, it's not here, because this is yours.
It's all your
It's-
shipping labels purchased
the-
on eBay.
That purchase on eBay
Yeah.
may not reflect your latest. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's your selling cost.
Yeah.
So let's go to ad fees.
I just took a screenshot of this because I want to do this again in like February.
Exactly, and
And
this is
compare
what I want people to know. If you don't pay attention to this, then you could assumptionally say like, "Oh, I'm paying more now on fees." Like,
Right.
really? Like, what was your fees last year or last 2 months, right? So I do this all the time. My budget is like, it swings. My fees has always been 18 to 23%.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. So out of that percentage, let's go to ad fees, and I'm looking at general, right?
Okay.
7% out of all the costs that I pay to eBay is ad fees.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at on your ad fees percentage?
Mine is 16%, but I do a higher rate than you.
Right. Yeah, because you have other stuff that you promote way more.
Right.
And what
Yeah.
about you, Glenn?
12.1.
Oh shoot, ballers! You guys
Ballers.
you get paying a lot. All right, all right. So, and this is what I tell everybody, right? Let's get rid of the ads, right? So, I'm gonna divulge my number. I'm paying $624 fees in the last 31 days.
The ad fees.
The ad fees.
Okay. Mine's 851.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Anna? How much did you pay eBay for ads? We gotta tell our contribution to that 500 million
Okay.
that eBay got.
Hold on. I lost my place. Going back to find it.
So
So how much dollar amount
yeah,
of ads? Okay. Mine was general also.
yeah.
How much was yours?
624.
Mine's $8.95.
I'm 851.
Okay, so collectively,
Ew, I paid the most.
yeah, collectively we have contributed a lot. I'm just joking. No, out of
And
the five.
This is the last 31 days though. That's a lot.
Okay. But, so keep in mind your numbers, right?
Okay.
Right. Now, click on performance and traffic,
Okay.
and click past 30 days.
Okay.
And then on the bottom, on that first graph, it says organic impressions and promoted listings.
Right, but those are impressions.
right. These are impressions. These are people seeing it on your. This
But
is
If you go to quantity sold, you can see organic sold and promoted listings sold.
yeah, but I'm just saying like traffic. It's just eyeballs seeing your
Okay,
listing,
fine,
right?
eyeballs,
Right,
yeah.
right. Like because
The billboard. The billboard.
The billboard.
yeah,
billboards.
let's not try to sell them on, because some people have like terrible items, so nobody they still see it, but they're not buying it, right?
Stop looking at me. God.
So my promoted listing impressions, 8.947, 8.9 million, almost 9 million.
Okay.
And I only pay 650.
yeah.
Can I afford, or can I choose not to pay 650 and lose the 890? 8.9 million? For me, no. It doesn't make sense to
Right.
get rid of the 650 I pay, which is only 7% of my selling costs, to ads, because I would lose 8.9 million impressions.
I was gonna
because
say, and what's the your conversion rate's right above that?
it's 1.1.
Yeah.
So I
1.1
convert
of-
1.1 of the 8.9 million. So I convert 890 of that
Yeah.
customers. Correct? Is my mathing?
Are the ones that convert to sales 1.1? Let's see. What did you say it was? Sorry, I'm gonna put it in a calculator because
Okay.
I'm public math. You guys. You should never do
8.9
public
million,
math.
right? 8.9 million.
Okay.
1.1% of 8.9 million.
Times. Let's see. My
Figure it out
calculator
here.
doesn't like this. What?
So
I said we're figuring it out, and it's trying.
Yeah.
Right?
Here we go.
Okay, but that's your so that's your sales conversion rate. And is that the number of sales, like number of items, like a total number of items sold? I'm
the-
looking at what the definition of this is according to
Right,
eBay.
right,
Total
right.
items sold from your non-promoted and promoted listings during the selected time period divided by clicks and multiplied by 100.
Right.
So that's about clicks, not impressions.
So it's the one that clicked it.
Yeah.
No, it's impressions.
But the definition of the sales conversion rate is based on clicks.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it,
that's why I was like, wait, this
yes,
isn't making
correct, because it went from impressions to listing. Right? Okay, so let's just do listing view, right? Listing view, my listing view, people that actually click on the item, right? Organic is 40,000.
Okay.
40,000 people click on my listing organically.
Yeah.
10,000 people click on it via promoted.
Okay.
Right? So, on the new law or the new attribution, I will have
So-
to pay for the 50,000 now. For the
Right.
50,000 impression, right? And then we go to quantity sold. Let's go to quantity sold. 295 items sold organically and 287 sold via promoted. So on the new law, then I'd have to pay for the full 582 listings, for
Yeah.
the 582 items. So technically, from what this looks like, my ad fees could double.
Yeah. But you would still be getting those 110 sales from your conversion rate that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten.
Right.
So 110 times your ASP of 68 is like $6,000 or something, right?
Mhm.
Almost $7,000 of revenue.
No. Yeah. So it's still, again, to what?
So what? So would you pay basically instead of 600 something for your ad fees? Would you
Well, I
pay
paid
1,200, but still to make that 6,000?
Right. And that's a tough question, right?
Yeah.
The doubling of your ad spend is gonna be tough, right?
Yeah.
And again, this might be where we have to use the tool with a better
Strategically.
strategically
Yeah.
with a better strategy,
Right.
because let's say I'm paying for that now. Well, I'm just gonna go through all my listing and not promote the ones that I know that's already
Yeah.
a hot item, or the one that's I'm really aggressive on the pricing.
Well, and this is why you have to look at your own store. Like, I'm glad we're walking through this right now because
Right.
if I look at mine and the quantity sold,
Right.
yours was more like 50-50
Right.
already because I am paying a little more than you probably for my excuse me, for my general strategy, because I am paying more than you for my general strategy already, my promoted listings that sold is 256 items, and my organic listings that sold is only 135.
Oh,
So it's not like 250 and 250.
Right,
It's
right,
like
so-
2/3 of it is already promoted. So mine will only go up, quote, you know,
Right.
50% instead of 200%.
What
Yeah.
about you, Glenn? What's your split on that in your quantity sold?
It's like a night and day.
Because it's all promoted.
Promoted.
So for you, it won't change anything.
You won't feel it.
Yeah.
Because-
I feel like I'm already paying quite a bit for how much I'm not even promoting super high, and I already feel like
Yeah.
every purchase is pretty much coming with that
Right.
extra
right. So
fee.
so how many have you sold on your promoted listings?
So promoted
Quantity-wise?
listings quantity last 30 days, 354 items,
354, and how much sold organic?
109.
So you're at what, 25%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Right. So let's say Glenn pays $1,000 right now a month. All right. In next on the new attributes, it would be 1,250.
Right.
1,250. And again, I think the easiest number to watch out, if we go back to one of my favorite stats for this, is your ROAS,
Yes.
right? Is your ROAS. Like, so everybody go to marketing. Is it there, right? It's marketing. No, advertising. Sorry, advertising. And then you'll see the ROAS on the bottom right. ROAS means return on ad spend. So every dollar we spent, this is how much we're getting back.
So everyone should go down, basically, right?
Well, potentially, but if you're already selling a lot more
Right.
on stuff that's already promoted,
Yeah.
it shouldn't
It might
change
not
much,
as
right?
Yeah.
So here's the kicker, and this is what and if there was a number that I brag about, it's this number. My ROAS, every dollar I spent, I'm getting $31 back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So out of that 600 something, it's times 31 that I spent. So how are you guys' ROAS at right now?
I'm at 26.
That's good. I think that's good.
I'm looking. So, interestingly, mine is only at 1451 right now,
Mm-hmm.
but it went down by about 30% when I kicked my percentage up.
Yes, because
that
now
makes
you're spending
sense.
more, right? You're
Right,
spending more.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it had been like maybe 25 or something, or
'Cause-
whatever.
'cause-
It went down 30%.
Because potentially this is
22,
where
something like that.
this is where strategy comes in, right? Like for example, like 1 month. Okay, if you want to be so plain about this, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna promote all my listings that's not rare, right? Let's just say anything under $500. I'll promote it 2%. All right, so you're willing to give 2%
Yeah,
on every
and a lot
sale.
of people do that.
Right. I
They're
mean,
like,
which is
I don't know. I don't want to totally miss out, but I don't know if I need it or not, so I'll just
Right.
do the minimum. 2%
Right, so let's do-
is the
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah, let's do the minimum. I mean,
Yeah.
that's literally what me and Glenn did when we first launched promoted listings way back. That's like, before we were allowed to do 1%. That's the funny thing. We were allowed to do 1% before.
Yes. Well,
So-
now I remember when it went up to 2% and people were mad about that.
Yeah.
But also, so we need to start a new like hashtag never settle, but do the bare minimum. But
Never
only
s-
do the bare minimum.
but never settling on ROAS. Right? See what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the only reason why I'm fine with it because my ROAS is is
Yeah.
for me is good. You know,
Yeah.
like it don't matter what other people's ROAS at. Like that's just a joke.
Yeah.
But any dollar you're spending on marketing, if it's returning something to you, I think it's
Then great.
a positive marketing campaign.
Well, because also in most marketing situations, you're not guaranteed any return on those,
100%.
and you have to spend those dollars up front, whether it results in a sale or not.
Right.
That's
for
the whole
exam-
pay per click
like, yeah,
model.
if we
But, yeah.
paid Hustler Hacks YouTube channel to give us a shout out, he's not guaranteeing us a sale or a subscriber.
What are you
Yeah.
charging for that, Glenn?
Oh, we
I've
can't
never thought
disclose
about
that.
that.
We can't. Disclose.
What
Come on, Glenn, don't say that. I just said we don't disclose it because somebody could throw $1,000 at you.
Oh, okay,
Dang
sorry.
it.
There's no numbers on here. Sorry.
There's no numbers. It depends.
It depends.
It depends, case by case.
There's a lot of
okay.
factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is the number that we all need to pay attention to, and I think moving forward we just need to keep tracking this.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it was a good
even-
input. Sorry, I just thought it was a good
Good.
input because mine went up 6% after I made the change.
Yeah.
So like Ken said, like now that I'm spending a little bit less, even though it
You're
was a
getting
small
more out of each
percentage
dollar.
change,
Yeah.
It did help in that case.
So
And there's a sweet spot in there somewhere, right?
Right,
Where you're
because-
doing enough volume that you need to make the
yeah,
sales,
you don't
but
want to
you're
spend
not
too much,
wasting
right?
money. Yeah.
Right, you don't want to be spending too much. My ROAS actually just jumped really high. Mine just jumped 47%, high. So I was at
Wow.
for me good was 20. For me good was 20.
Yeah.
Now for me I was like now it's just like let me just spend more money, but it doesn't work that way because the more you spend money, the more your ROAS goes down.
Right. That's
It
why you
o-
got to find the sweet spot.
It only works if your sales go up with it too.
Right.
Right? Like so would this be a good statement to say if your sales are climbing up, then it gives you more permission to boost your promoted listings higher. General.
Wait, one more time.
So
I
if
feel
your
like
sales
it still depends.
if your sales are going up, right, because we're trying to find the sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
If your sales are going up, can you promote more to actually encourage more sales? Which for me, you should only stop spending more if your sales are not going forward. Would that be a fair assessment? Because why wouldn't you spend more if you're making more sales?
right.
Right? Like if my sales
Okay,
keep rolling,
I
I
see
want
what
to
you're
spend
saying.
more. Right?
So,
but if it's
so
not
long, so long as your sales are continuing to increase, you can continue to increase your ad
right,
spend.
because your
Yeah, I
ROAS
see what you're
is
saying.
paying off, right?
Right.
Your spend is paying off.
Yeah,
But-
right.
But if your spend is not paying off, pull back. That means you're spending too much and you're still getting the sale, right? 'Cause
Right.
like eventually your inventory is gonna cap, right? Let's just say Glenn's hats. There's only 100 heads that wants to wear
Glenn's
a hat.
hats are gonna cap. Are you kidding me?
Right, yeah. He's
Right
hats,
there.
Yeah, right. Captain.
right there.
That's his store name, Captain, right? Or no cap.
Cap.
Yes, Cap.
No, you do want to cap.
Yeah.
I think we
right.
could just call him Cap'n Consistency,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, no, don't cap your consistency. No,
No, no cap.
no, Gen Z lingo, man, it's backwards
It's hilarious.
or backward cap. Okay, so right,
We
like
digress.
would going back to that, would that be a fair statement? Keep spending if your sales are going.
I mean, I would say yes. I mean, you're just gonna see more and more results coming from it. I mean,
Because technically your impression should keep going higher.
Yeah. Well,
And-
if you're
and
if,
if your
I think
conversion
it's-
is gone,
but when you think about looking at this in your data, like keep going as long as your ROAS keeps going.
yes, exactly, right. Yeah. If,
As soon as that starts declining, like mine has declined, and then so I'm pulling mine back down.
Yeah, you pull it right. Like for example, like this is the fair statement. Like hiring an influencer. If this influencer is not converting anymore, why would you keep spending more with them? But if
Yeah.
this influencer is sending clicks to your product, right? Like I think this is a very TikTok lingo, right? Like some people pay influencers for literal clicks and conversion. And
Yeah.
if this kind of person is actually clicking, kind of like TikTok live shopping, right? Like have you seen people like walking on their treadmill and stuff like that, and people click on it, and if
Oh,
their
yeah.
click through is higher and their conversion is higher, they're gonna be like, no, boost this guy more, pay this guy more to go live longer, right? I think would that be a fair statement for you, Glenn, that if your sales keeps going and your margin is keep getting better, why would you stop live streaming?
yeah, true. Yeah, I would just keep it going.
Because he's got to rest at some point.
No. This guy's
He's
a machine.
tired.
He's a machine. Not yet. Not till January.
Yeah, look at his face. He looks like an old catcher's mitt. He's beat.
Wow. The catcher's mitt is a very specific image.
A catcher's mitt after the 18 innings
Yeah, after 18 innings.
It's a doubleheader.
of the
Listen.
World Series.
Wow.
So I think that's a more logical and analytical way to look at this. Would you
Yeah.
guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think practically speaking, again, if this is going to roll forward as stated, you have to figure out how you're going to adapt your strategy. And maybe that is like boycotting, but if it's not, then you have
If it
to think
doesn't
about
work,
Yeah.
spend more money on ads.
well, I'm not going to necessarily sign on with that.
No,
per
no,
se.
no, that was a
But-
joke, guys. That
I
was
know,
a
I
joke.
know.
You heard me laughing.
We are all laughing. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I do think okay, and maybe we should just do a part 2 of this because honestly, we are right here. It's the end of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's our now or never time to meet our goals, to sell as much as we can, to get, all the profit we can so we can have that gross revenue for the year like where we want it or whatever. And, clear old stuff out, make room for the new. Like it's all those things, right? Like that we've been talking about with Q4.
Right.
And so if you're still with us after this conversation about this very touchy subject at the moment, thank you for being with us today. And also it's okay if you screamed at us multiple times, but regardless of this whole promoted listings like situation, there are a lot of other things that you can do to influence your sales and your sales volume. And I think we should talk about some of that because I think, guys, now is the time to pull out all the stops. Like, it's November. Like, we got to go, right?
Yep.
We're almost to the finish line here. So what else can we do? So do you think, we've been talking about this for a while. So should we do that in like part 2?
Yeah, I think we
Yep.
should.
Let's
Yeah.
do it part 2. Let's do it part 2 because in let's kind of end on a tactical on ads. Speaking of ads, right? The change doesn't happen until Glenn's birthday. Right?
Yeah.
So
Happy
you don't have
birthday to you.
it's still far away. You still can purchase a gift for Glenn without paying promoted listings
True.
on organic, right? So right now until Glenn's birthday, you're technically still saving money. So what I would do is kind of like revisit the conversation we had within the next basically this year. I would think to either increase your percentage a little bit more if your ROAS is good. Would you agree on that?
Yes.
Just a little bit, and and then evaluate after 7 or 30 days or 14 days. And if it keeps creeping up, because again at the end of the day, this is the biggest wave we'll ever ride. So surfs up. That's kind of like my mentality on this. What
Yeah.
about you guys?
Go ahead, Glenn.
Oh, I was gonna say that I would really love for eBay to say like, you know what, this only goes to people that are not top rated plus. Like let's boost the
Incentivize.
best sellers.
You're so smart.
Yeah, he's so
Listen.
smart. Yeah, basically saying like take returns.
And this is why I scoffed at you calling me the smartest person on the podcast earlier.
Now all of a sudden
Wrong.
everyone's metrics go up and like it's the bestseller platform on there.
Everyone's on their best behavior.
Yeah.
right. Everybody
Great
ships
idea.
on time. Wow.
Well, like Ken said earlier, it's not like we won't have words with eBay about this,
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah.
we'll have to suggest that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
dope.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
We'll try that
also would
out.
just say, before we land this turbulent plane, I would also say everybody go and try to go through that exercise we did and take a screenshot of
Yeah.
the percentage of your spend. If you're using ads already in any capacity, right? Go take a screenshot right now so that you'll have something to compare it to later.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I took a screenshot, so I'll be ready.
yeah.
I'm ready. I already took
think
mine.
I think this is a really good I memorized this by heart. So that's why like I'm not worried about it. Like as soon as I heard the message, I looked at the ROAS. I'm like, I'm good until it's not.
Until it's not.
not
Then
good.
adjustments
Yeah.
will be
Then
made.
I'm joining you guys. I'm just joking.
Well, and it's just interesting to see. Okay, I want to make changes in my business based on data, so
100%.
I will let it ride how it is and see actually what the data tells me at the end
Right.
of the first month or whatever.
Yeah. I think this is good. Like, right, we're starting a new month, so we have 2 more months left in the year.
Yeah.
So I think we could, 2 or 3 data points before the year end will be great. Let's just say you have 60 days left. What
Yeah.
about we evaluate every 20 days to the last 60 days? That's, 3 data points before the year end, and then Glenn's birthday happens, and we evaluate again.
Yeah.
Right? Which is, I think this is a good thing about that everything's recorded, because we're on record saying this, and if I'm right, everybody's getting donuts.
I was just
Everybody.
thinking, what are we gonna do to surprise Glenn for his birthday? Gotta
If
figure that out.
if we're wrong, then I'm gonna apologize publicly.
Wow.
All right. We'll hold you to that. We'll be ready in case anything happens.
What?
Glenn's already like, ChatGPT, write me an apology.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, make a song about it.
Make us.
By the way, I wonder if anyone has noticed. It's our new vibe.
Yeah, it's a new vibe. I've been
3
into
mics, 1 vibe.
3 mics, 1 vibe. That's what AI said. How we're doing, brick by brick, box by box. That's what AI said, and how we built our business. So I've been dabbling with AI a lot, and I think that would be a good conversation too. So if you have any other feedback with our conversation, please feel free to reach out to us
For
either
sure.
individually or through Seller Club Podcast on Instagram. And we'd love to continue this conversation. And at the end of the day, right, we're here to help each other. We're here to like share what are the best practices, on how to do ads better, or maybe if you're interested, because at the end of the day, guys, if we're talking about general, we're just talking about percentage of sale when it sells.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So nothing to be worried about. It's not like you gotta pay up front to pay for all that. So that's kind of like the message that we want to share to everybody, that it's an open conversation. And again, there's a million ways to make money, and this is just one tool that eBay is either sharpening or reshaping.
Yeah.
That's,
And
that's one
eBay
thing.
is our partner, is our sponsor of this podcast, and we do regularly give them feedback from our own experience, from the experience of our community here. So if you have feedback that you want to give and you've tried to give it, or maybe you haven't even tried to give it and you don't
Right.
know where to give it, seriously tell us. We will bring it with us to those
Exactly.
feedback sessions, and it will get in front of somebody. So
Any last words?
don't
Glenn?
hesitate to reach out.
I think it was a great episode. Yeah, definitely go and look at your numbers and the analytics and stuff like that, and while you're listening to this, and then we will test some other things out again. We get closer to that January, February type of
Yeah.
months next year. So
Alrighty. So
All right.
thank you for everybody that's listening. Huge shout out to eBay again for sponsoring this podcast, and also Seller Ledger. Make sure you get your books straight. End of the year is coming. Make sure you try them out. Follow on Instagram. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
see ya.
Bye.
Yo, changes coming January 13th. 30-day clicks, Halo in the mix. Priority shift, upgrade the experience. We stay calm, we move smart, serious. Anybody clicks, anybody